everybody, it's Mrs. Gmitrowicz here again. I thought I'd talk to you about Easter this time, because normally at school at this time of year we'd be having our Easter assembly and sharing with you the reason for celebrating Easter in the Christian calendar. But before I do that, and before I try and do a little assembly from the corridor where our Harrison Learning Tree is, I just want to talk to you about a couple of things. First of all, I want to show you the cover of one of our favourite Harrison stories. We're going on a bear hunt. I didn't know whether any of you, when you've been on your sort of daily walks with your family, had noticed that people had been hiding teddy bears in their windows. So I wondered whether some of you in our Harrison family might like to put one of your own teddy bears in the window, so that when you go for a walk, you can see how many teddy bears you can spot. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you. Okay. Secondly, I wanted to remind you about our Harrison Learning Tree. And I wanted to say, don't forget it when you're at home. At the moment, we're thinking very much about the citizenship part of our tree, aren't we? Because we're trying to look after each other, we're trying to be helpful at home, helping our mums and dads and other members of our families who we're sort of stuck indoors a bit more than we normally would be. So I just wanted to remind you to remember to volunteer to help your family. Show respect to everybody, remember your good manners, be helpful and kind. I know, because we've been watching lots of your films and seeing lots of your work, that lots of you are continuing with really good attitudes to learning even though you're at home. It's really important to show your parents that you can still have a go and be the best that you can be and ask for help, even though you're working just with your mum or your dad or your older brother or sister. So please do carry on doing that. Also remember, you're still responsible for everything you say and everything you do when you're at home. So remember, okay, to try and be organised, try and remember when it's time to do your reading or time to have a go at some of the challenges that we've set you on our YouTube channel and with our on the Google Docs. Have a good look and have a go like you would when you're at school. And thirdly, we know that you'll be able to show, fourthly, we know that you'll be able to show everybody at home just how great, how excellent you are. It might be with something that you're doing to help, or it might be when you're helping a little brother, or a younger brother or sister with their learning, or reading a story to your mummy. Just show them how great you are and try your very best. Don't give up. At school we would help you. I know it's odd being at home, but just try your best and be as excellent as you can be. Very soon, hopefully, we'll be back to normal, but at the moment, remember the Harrison Learning Tree when you're at home. Okay? The other thing that I wanted to share with you is just to remind you of the Easter story. Easter isn't just about the Easter rabbit or Easter eggs. As you know, there's a lot of chocolate in the Gmitrowicz household, but I wanted to also remind you of some of the reason why we had the Easter celebration. Some of you may have been lucky enough to have some hot cross buns if you've been out buying tasty things. Or equally, you might have done some egg painting at home if you've thought about doing that. You can hard boil the eggs first and then have a go at decorating them. These are some that came from Poland. They're wooden, but they came from Poland a very long time ago, and that's a tradition in Poland at Easter time to decorate wooden eggs. So I just wanted to remind you, okay, that Easter's not all about Easter bunny, chocolate eggs, Easter egg hunts in your garden or indoors if you can't get outside. It's actually one of the most important events in the Christian calendar. And it reminds us of when Jesus died and was put on the cross and then came to life and was resurrected. And at this time of year, the Christians celebrate the fact that they believe that Jesus is still alive. Okay. This is a very old storybook of mine, one of my favourites that we sometimes use in assembly. We used to read at home when my children were little. And it tells us in beautiful illustrations the story of Easter. I'm just going to share a couple of pages with you. So the first page reminds us that Jesus went to the city of Jerusalem. And when he arrived in the city of Jerusalem, the people crowded in their thousands to see him. And they laid down on the ground palm leaves and clothes for him to walk on, because they felt that he was a really special person. And they celebrated the fact that he'd come to Jerusalem. When he got there, as you know, not everybody was pleased to see him. and over time, in the coming days, he was actually captured, okay, and imprisoned, because not everybody wanted to believe that he was the Son of God, or that he was more important than the person that ruled the country at that time. So he was actually taken, okay, and put into prison. And he was made, okay, to carry a cross to the top of a hill outside Jerusalem, where he was put on a cross to die. And this is one of the important events that happened at the end of Jesus' life. And people who are Christian and believe in Jesus and believe in God want to celebrate this time at this time of year. And then what they also need to be reminded of and celebrate is, although Jesus was put on a cross and left to die, and then his body was laid in a special tomb with a big rock in front of it, that on the Sunday following Good Friday, the day that he was crucified and hung on a cross to die, that he became alive again. Okay. And it's important, as it is at Christmas, for us to remember, if you're a Christian, that at this time of year we're celebrating these important events in Jesus' life. Okay, and we celebrate it by remembering that out of eggs come little chicks, new life, which is why we have Easter eggs, okay? And we know that bunnies are important this time of year because baby bunnies are born at this time of year. But equally, we have the Easter bunny that helps us to remember the new life that Jesus came to life again at this time. I think it's important for us to remember that, so that we don't just think that Easter is a time that we have perhaps presents or chocolate, that it's also a crucial event in the Christian calendar. Okay. So, in addition to reminding you to put your teddy bears in the tree so that you can create your own teddy bear, we're going on a bear hunt around Fareham where we live, and to remember the Harrison Learning Tree. I also want to say that we are really pleased that you've settled to your new routine. We love hearing about all the learning that you're doing. I'm really thankful to the team at Harrison for making so many films and helping you to carry on with your learning when you're at home. And we're missing you all. I've seen some of the teachers this week, and we really are missing you and do wish you well. And I want to wish you all a very happy Easter. And most importantly, I'd like you to make sure that you keep safe, look after each other and stay well. Take care. We look forward to seeing you soon, but we love hearing your news, so please keep sending it through. See you soon.